Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Dark. This is season 3, episode 2. This episode is called something like The Travelers or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But what happened last time on Dark? Last time everything was like backwards bizarro world, right? Like everything, Jonas went to this alternate dimension. Everything was flip-flopped. And it took him entirely too long to figure out what was going on. He just kept asking people, like, freaking out, like, whoa, where am I? What day is it? You know, all that stuff. And eventually he got set straight by alternate Marta. And she was like, me and you, buddy, we're going to end the world. And it's not going to be a fun time, but we can still fix things. And then the episode ended with young Marta traveling back to, like, the 1800s and talking to middle-aged Jonas, and he's in like Nikola Tesla mode, like trying to figure stuff out, probably trying to reinvent time travel again. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just chilling there, and she's gonna help him, and we're gonna try and figure everything out. And I don't know, we're on to episode 2. I'm very excited. Before we jump into this next episode though, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. Sometimes I post these reactions a little bit early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in that, consider checking it out. But otherwise, check out Season 3, Episode 2 of Dark. What do you know? We wouldn't be watching Dark if we didn't have some interdimensional dream sex. That's a full butt. Blood. What the frick? I had no idea what that meant. But we saw a booby. There's a whole note for him? Did he read it already? Probably. He looks way more like his character in 1899 this season than he has ever looked. Man aged like 12 years in between seasons. Yo, life must suck for them, honestly. You go from being a teenager in present day with all the amenities and technology associated with that, and you get thrust into like 1888. Must be the worst.
Du lebst.
Oh yeah, that's your sister. Sometimes I forget they're related, because they like never interact. The survivors. Not the travelers. The survivors. Jonas's house. Oh, they have a railing now. Interesting. Oh, The Goonies is such a good movie. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round.
Wir sind nicht zu Hause.
Oh yeah, she is in the past.
Bitte melden Sie sich umgehend zurück. Wieder.
Interesting. What? Why are they missing? Missing for months? That don't make any sense.
Wenigstens haben wir uns. Jetzt können wir Hand in Hand vor einem leeren Sarg stehen und endlich abschließen.
Hey, don't be saying things to Tronti.
Sag ihm, wo du warst, als Mats verschwunden ist.
He was, 4 inches deep in another woman.
Perfekt hat sie.
Oh,
Während mein Sohn verschwunden ist, hat Claudia Tiedemann gevögelt.
I don't know if that's necessary to bring up at the moment.
Wenn du nur genauso viel Energie darauf verschwenden würdest, deinen eigenen Sohn wiederzufinden, wie du dafür verschwendest, deine Geliebte zu finden.
Ooh. Damn, son. Hey, Tronti is a veteran of the time travel game. It's part of his family, man. It's part of his lineage. Damn, man, you just keep that close enough for her to grab it? You're getting thoroughly embarrassed, brother. She just made you look real dumb. Toxamyphene? What is that? Oh, what's up, shawty? Oh yeah, you still have cancer.
Du gehst schon wieder.
Yeah, she can't stand the sight of you.
Zurück, bevor die Sonne untergeht.
Okay. This is the deaf one, right? Not the talk version. The talky-talk version of herself. Dang, they live in the trailer that he used to do nasty stuff with prostituting? It's a bold choice, Mr. Doppler.
Einzumauern.
Oh, the power plant. Are they like trying to search for Charlotte?
Warum tun Sie ihr das an?
Who that be? Why are you being sneaky? Why is it always raining?
Du kommst aus einer Parallelwelt.
Yes.
In der Mickel nicht verschwindet.
Ich
Yes.
stumm bin.
Yes.
Und Jonas nicht existiert.
I love that that's Franziska's biggest question. I'm mute?
Das ist doch Bullshit.
Brother,
Ich bin nicht tot.
you've time
Ich
traveled.
bin hier.
Why is this beyond the realm of possibility?
Woher wusstest du, wo wir sind?
She wrote
Jonas
the
hat's mir
note.
gesagt.
Never mind.
Ich dachte, es gibt keinen Jonas in deiner Welt.
He's the same guy as this one, just a younger version. Or an older version. I don't know yet.
Er ist gereist. Von eurer Welt in meine.
Du lügst.
Does he not
Ich war
remember?
nie in deiner Welt.
What?
Was willst du wirklich?
Oh, ease up. Ease up. Ease up.
Ich will wissen, womit du gereist bist!
He's up there, Tonto. Who this guy? This guy looks blind. Okay, so Middle Jonas, like, doesn't remember traveling. Is he then a separate whole-ass man? Like a parallel version? Or does he just have, like, memory loss?
Kennen wir uns?
You don't recognize her? I mean, she's older,
Weißt
but
du vielleicht, wo dieser Junge ist?
she looks the same. As, like, relatively the same as her younger self.
Was ist mit der los?
Yeah, you remember this. Hello, little Hannah.
Aus der Klapse ist diesen Sommer eine ausgebrochen. Stand in der Zeitung.
Du lässt deine Finger von Mikkel. Und von Ulrich.
Oh, ease up there, Tonto. Now she's gonna want to do it more. She's like, how do you know that? Am I that obvious?
Ich glaube,
Es hatte alles was mit der alten Frau zu tun und dem Hund.
It's the old woman and the dog.
Hat gesagt, dass der Hund ihr gehört, ihn dann aber nicht mitgenommen. Danach war Frau Tiedemann eben irgendwie anders.
He's like, shit. I know what's happening. Damn, son, is that you? With a full-ass goatee? Looking fresh, Tronti. Oh, we know him. And him. And him. But no Charlotte. She's been taken.
Der Junge ist nicht verschwunden. Das Jugendamt kennt den Aufenthaltsort von Ines und Michael Kahnwald.
Interesting. Hey. I'm sleeping with your mother, or I was.
Ist das dein Hund?
Ah, kinda. She kind of looks like Natalie Dyer from Stranger Things.
Hat sie dir etwas über mich erzählt?
Oh, does she not know? She's unaware of the banging?
Also, wenn du irgendetwas brauchst.
I don't know if she's gonna take you up on that offer, brother. That would be kind of weird. Shouldn't there be a dead body on the ground somewhere? Or did the police maybe take Marta's body away? Excuse me. Noah. That's who was creeping earlier.
Was soll das? Was willst du hier?
He's flirting.
Folgst du uns?
Yeah, of course. How do you think he knew you were here?
Ich hab dir gesagt, wir wollen nichts mit dir zu tun haben.
Well, he knows
Ich will
that
sie beschützen. Ich weiß.
history says otherwise.
Das will ich auch. Und das werde ich. Nachdem du getötet wurdest.
Okay, that's... Don't say that.
Der Apparat ist leer. Nicht so einfach in 1888 an einen nuklearen Brennstoff aus der Zukunft zu kommen.
Accurate.
Komm mit. Ich muss dir was zeigen.
Jedes Unheil kann umgekehrt werden. Jeder Schmerz vernichtet, bevor er überhaupt entsteht. Eine perfekte Welt.
What?
Sigmundus Creatus est.
You're part of that? Come on now, brother.
Ob ich Ihnen helfen kann?
Oh, is that her mom? Interesting. That's why she's crying.
Ich möchte jemanden besuchen. Er ist seit 34 Jahren hier. Der Kommissar?
Yeah, the inspector.
Er ist mein Mann.
You're the second woman to say that.
Das ist der heilige Christophorus.
Patron saint of travelers.
Der Schutzheilige der Reisenden. Meine Mutter hatte auch so einen.
Are you about to reveal time travel to her?
Katarina.
He's like, damn, I've been in here longer than I thought. An extra 33 years went by and I didn't even notice.
Ich hole dich raus.
How?
Versprochen.
How are you gonna do that? Oh,
Entschuldigung, was machen Sie hier?
That's the guy from last episode who set everything on fire. And the girl. Or the boy, little boy, the three versions of each other.
Jasmin.
Yasmin.
Richtig? Die Hölle ist leer. Und alle Teufel sind hier.
I'm gonna just sneak right around you real quick and just put this behind you. Why kill her?
Hab Regina gesehen. Sie ist groß geworden.
Is she secretly your daughter?
Hab mich all die Jahre gefragt, ob sie... Claudia hat nie gesagt, wer der Vater ist.
It was him, wasn't it? Well, I mean, it's not much of a choice. Regina actively thinks you're a weird stranger, and Claudia's nowhere to be seen. So, you pick the one person that might remotely still welcome you into her life. Oh, no, that's Trunty. He's your father. Take your hood off, dude. Don't just look creepy.
Es tut mir so leid.
He's come to kill you.
Es muss passieren.
Wait, is he actually gonna kill her? No way.
Dass es der einzige Weg ist, dich zu retten.
He just killed his own daughter. Just stare at her. Yeah. Don't say anything, just stare at her. Oi!
Räum den Tisch auf.
That was unnecessary. She had a rough home life. No wonder she turned out to be such a bitch. Oh, man. Tronti, you murdering sociopath. Okay. This is the beginning of it. This is still in the 1800s. Has she been here before? Does someone she knows die in that spot? Anytime someone stares at the ground weirdly, someone dies in that spot.
Sie haben versucht, eine Zeitmaschine zu bauen.
Jonas versucht, die Dinge wieder so zu bauen, wie er sie gesehen hat. Er war schon mal hier. Wer ist dieser Adam?
Yo, he doesn't even know yet.
Er ist Adam. Jonas.
Yeah. Don't tell them this. They're gonna freak out. Why would you say these things?
Wir kennen unser Ende nicht. Aber unser Ende
knows us. Interesting. What is... I have no idea what's happening.
Die Entscheidungen, die wir in dieser Welt treffen, sind andere. Und trotzdem laufen sie auf den gleichen Moment zu.
They converge at the same moment. Agnes Nielsen.
Du hast geglaubt, dass eine Welt ohne dich eine bessere ist. Aber sie werden alle sterben. Mikkel wird sterben. Alle werden sterben. Die Apokalypse geschieht in meiner Welt genauso wie in deiner. In meiner allerdings bereits in 3 Tagen.
Oh no. Well, that's not good. Okay, another episode down, and I am still very confused. I feel like we had some key players in this episode, though. Katarina being one of the major players. We had Jonas and Marta, obviously, and then we had the Dopplers and Noah. I feel like those are kind of the main people that we followed. Oh, and Tronti as well. We followed him. Right off the bat, we open with more dream sex, like between Jonas and Marta. It's a staple at this point. If you watch an episode of the show, there's like a 40% chance you're gonna watch them bone at the beginning of it. It's just gonna happen, and you have to deal with it. But Marta is back in 1888, and she's talking to all our homies, and she's explaining the situation to them, how she's not the Marta that they know, but she's here to like try and fix things, right? And they ask her how she knows all this stuff. Like, how did she know that they were here? She's like, Jonas told me. But Jonas is like, hey, I didn't tell you that at all. Like, what are you talking about? I never went to your planet. And that brings up a big question. Because does that mean that he just doesn't remember it? Or is he a completely different version of Jonas? Is it like the one episode of Doctor Who where like once the adventure ends, like once the time travel barrier is breached again, like you're currently in like a time travel bubble, so to speak. Once you leave this time travel bubble, you will have no memory of being in this time travel bubble. Like maybe once Jonas goes to that planet and then comes back, he doesn't remember anything. That would be an interesting twist. I'm not sure. But if it's a different whole ass version of himself, that's even weirder. But then there's an old blind guy there too, he's a townhouse. So he's the grandfather of H.G. Townhouse. And he is part of Sic Mundus Creatus S. So like him and his dad were like part of a group that were trying to master time travel or like break the laws of time or something like that, and they are the ones that created this whole ass bunker. So like Adam didn't make the bunker, he just kind of like co-opted it, unless he went hella back in time and did indeed start this cult thing, and then there's like 19 different versions of himself in this club. I don't know, that's very curious, but I guess we'll find out about that eventually. But yes, Katarina. We pick up with Katarina in 1987. She crawled through the tunnel, and she's back in 87, and she's just trying to find her kid, right? Like, she does not care about anybody else. She's like, I'm getting my kid back. I don't care how it affects any other possible situation. Like, I'm getting my kid, and I'm going back to present day, and no one can tell me anything else. But her kid's missing. So Mikkel and his mom, his adoptive mom, Ines, they've just been missing for 3 months. Like, they're just gone. But the detective is like, they're in protective custody. But like, I guess they just didn't tell anyone else that, so everybody else in this town thinks that they just went missing. And that's very curious. Like, they have like the goddamn power company is calling them, being like, hey, if you don't pay your bills, we're gonna turn everything off. It's like I feel like they would have gone through some procedural steps. Like the police would have been like, hey, you sell the house, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know why they would be like, come up with a thing of just, hey, allow them to think you're missing. It's fine. But who knows? I've never been in protective custody. I don't know anyone that's been in protective custody. I've never had to go through that situation, so I don't know the protocol. I don't know if they just abandon your house and let everyone who's ever known you think you either died or just went missing. I guess we only ever hear about it when it's like they're in the new spot and they're just under a fake name or something. Who knows? Tronti, that dog. Tronti got that dog in him. Man has started a lineage of philandering. If we're being honest, him and his son just cannot stay loyal. If we're being real, him and his wife, they're having this like fake funeral for their kid because he's been missing for however long now, and they're like, you know what, let's get some closure. But obviously, his wife is like, bro, this sucks. Like, I don't want to have this funeral for my kid. I don't think he's dead. I think he's still out there somewhere. Plus, you're a cheater. You've been cheating on me this whole time. Like, you don't even love your family. Why are you still here? And dumps all his stuff out. He's trying harder to find Claudia than he is to find his own kid. And my guess is, you know, Tronti comes from a lineage of time traveling, right? Like his mom is a veteran of the traveling game, Agnes, right? Who knows who his dad is? I assume we'll find out who Tronti's dad is at some point, but like he should be familiar with the concept. So maybe he's aware that his son is dead and he's already gone through that grieving process. I don't know. And so he's like, why would I try and find my dead son? So like if he knows his son is dead, he's not going to try and find him. But maybe he thinks Claudia is still alive, so he's like, I can find the girl that I'm in love with. I've already mourned my son. But yeah, he just gets thoroughly embarrassed by his wife because she just lets the whole group know that he's a cheater, and yeah, probably doesn't have any friends after that, because you get outed like that publicly, it's like, bro, you just got to go into hiding, change your name, move to a different town. Like your social life is over. But yeah, he's unaware that Claudia is in the future. She's in 2020 at the moment, right? Right, because like the apocalypse just happened. She's still in 2020. Yeah, her and Regina are still in 2020. Regina's still sick as hell, like just chilling under like a heat lamp and stuff. That's an interesting twist. And then the older version of him, comes and murders her, just kills her. And is like, it's the only way to save you. What does that mean? Who told you this? Like, did Claudia tell you this? Because that's weird. And that's his own daughter. It's like, bro, what are you doing? like that's an interesting twist that we learn that Regina is actually Tronti's daughter. And he's just like never claimed her or like tried to have a relationship with her up to this point. Because his wife is like, yo, choose your side, brother. Like, you pick us or you pick them. And it's like, he chooses his wife for whatever reason, you know. She sucks. I wouldn't have chose her. It is what it is. But, no. Also in the future, Peter Doppler and Elizabeth are trying to find their dead family. Even though their family's not dead. They're just like been traveled upon different areas. So wife to the future, sister to the past, and they're just like fruitlessly trying to find them, and it's not working out. But they encounter Noah, and Noah's like, I'm gonna take care of her after you die. And it's like, why would you say that? Like, that's just unnecessarily rude. Like, don't tell that's like cocky young boyfriend trying to show up the father-in-law. Being like, hey man, I know for a fact that I will fall in love with this girl and have a child with her. I also know for a fact that you're gonna die. And I'm just gonna throw that in your face right now. It's like, dude, Noah, why are you such an asshole? Like, come on, man. It is what it is, though. Then we pick up with Katarina. Katarina spends a lot of this episode trying to find her kid. She goes to school, talks to her younger self, and Ulrich and young Hannah pushes Hannah against the wall and is like, keep your hands off my men. And it's just like, okay, this child is probably like, how does this lady know my innermost thoughts? This is creepy. But it is what it is. Tronte gets some info from the assistant about an old lady that traveled back in time, and something seemed to click in his brain when that happened. Like, he seemed to have a thought of like, oh shit, I know what's happening, but I'm not 100% sure. Katarina goes to the insane asylum and talks to her mom and is like, yo, can I see the old crazy guy? And she goes and sees him, and she's like, Ulrich, my dude, I'm getting you out of here, brother. Like, me and you, we are endgame. Even though you're old, I still love you. She's secretly been into older dudes the whole time anyway, so she's fine with it. She's like, I'm gonna get you out of here, brother. It's like that Vine or whatever, where the guy is like outside some bodega, and there's a cat inside, and he's like, I'm gonna get you out of there. That's Katarina right now. Yeah, she has vowed to get him out of there. But weird mega twist. Right after that, Claudia's assistant Yasmin gets visited by those three creepy dudes. The triumvirate of the creepy person. The old, middle, and young version of this creepy man with his Garrett string or whatever it's called, where he just strangles people with it. First of all, how did that lady let him get behind her? He's like in front of her, like with it out. It's like, okay, you should realize he's gonna try and kill you with that. Don't let the man get behind you. I mean, I guess there's two other people that could hold her down and force her to turn around, but yeah, you gotta be a little more defensive, you know? Stand up for yourself, lady. Charlotte is in the future in 2053. She's in 2053, just hanging out with her daughter, just having a grand old time. And her daughter's like, everything's gonna be good. And then they touch faces, and that's the end of that scene. Katarina's mom sucks. She's just mean to her for no reason. Noah is clearing... He's like clearing a passage in the cave. Like, what is he doing? He's like moving rocks out of the way. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but we're gonna figure it out. Bartos tells Marta about the time travel bunker, like underneath the church. Tells her all about that and is like, Jonas is trying to make this the same as when he saw it before, and we don't know who Adam is. And then Marta's like, you Dumbo, Jonas is Adam. And it's like, why would you tell them that? Now they're gonna distrust him and freak out, and now that's what's gonna make him become an evil warlord. Like, why would you say that? And then we cut to old Marta, and she's like, hey man, the world is still gonna end in my spot. Everything happens slightly differently, but the world is still gonna end, but now it's gonna happen in 3 days. And it's like, dude, like, what the frick is going on? Like, there's just so much stuff that is mega confusing. And I don't know. I'm still super confused. I'm trying to piece things together. And things become a little bit clearer piece by piece by piece, but it's just like more things get introduced that confuse me each episode than answers get answered. Or questions get answered. So I feel like I'm confused the entire time. All in all, we are steadily making our way through the final season of Dark, and I'm still very much enjoying it, even though it's hecka confusing. But we're making our way, and I look forward to episode 3 to get even more questions and a tiny bit of answers. We'll see what happens, though. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me. It helps my channel grow a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. That would mean the world. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.